This 31-page plan outlines AISD's turnaround plans for Dobie. Here's what we know so far. The district is opting for a district-managed restart with an 1882 contingency for the 25 to 26 school year. That means Dobie will stay open and students won't be moved. AISD is also proposing this option for Webb and Burnett middle schools. But even though the campuses will be open, the classrooms are going to look different. First, big staffing changes are expected on all three campuses. Principals and assistant principals have been replaced, along with staff who teach core subjects like math and English. On their turnaround website, AISD says a restart requires evaluating and selecting principals based on their proven track record of student success and promoting a positive campus culture. The admin team at Dobie, which included a principal, 2 assistant principals, and an academic dean, are not returning. Teachers were also evaluated and had to meet certain restart criteria to reapply to Dobie. According to the turnaround plan, teachers that could be invited to apply to restart campuses had to have more than 3 years of experience or have demonstrated student growth in the top 20% district-wide. Many current staff at Dobie were just shy of those designations and were told they would have to seek other jobs within the district. According to Brandy Hosak, the Chief of Talent Strategy at AISD, 13 core subject teachers were unable to remain at Dobie. There were 15 core subject teachers during the last school year. The turnaround plan also says in order to enrich student life, the school will establish after-school clubs and art-based activities, so teachers who led theater or band might not be affected. But teachers who spearheaded successful art programs like Ms. Gilbert won't be returning. Many have left because of the staff turnover concerns. The plan also calls for partnerships to help enhance these clubs and activities to foster community. But partnerships already in place, like Austin Voices, a nonprofit that helps students and families access resources at Dobie, are losing space. Physically, the group, which works out of portables at the back of Dobie, are losing some of those portables to AISD. It's unclear how partnerships will look like in and out of the school moving forward. Second, the school day itself is going to change.
Why are you saying polytheism?
Currently, these schools have 4 90-minute periods a day. Now, there will be 5 periods every day, and they'll each be 70 minutes, including 1 extended day of learning. There will also be math and English classes every day, rather than every other day. Students will also have more assessments throughout the year to check on their progress. These changes are being made in an effort to improve test scores, but what happens to the school if they don't? As part of a district-managed restart, schools have to have a backup plan. In this case, it's a charter school. If students' test scores don't improve enough by December, the district will vote on partnering with the charter school, and the charter school will run the campus in the fall. That gives students 4 months to make improvements. Right now, only these 3 campuses are facing these changes, but AISD says that other schools might go through them too. Almost 43% of AISD schools received a D or F on the 22 to 23 STAR test, an increase of almost 32% from 2019. AISD says that's why they're developing a school improvement initiative to address accountability challenges. The plan also involves adding more resources and intensive support to schools like Dobie by hiring more counselors, stipends for teachers, and implementing curriculums. But these changes don't come cheap. According to the turnaround plan, this will cost about $2 million for Dobie. While the TEA will foot the bill for these resources per state law, it comes as AISD faces a $101 million budget shortfall. They've announced they're going to start cutting central office staff, and at the same time, enrollment has dropped from 80,000 to 72,000. That means less money for the district since funding is based on how many students are attending the school. And while there have been some bills passed this legislative session that would send more money to public schools, it's unclear if it's enough to make up for the funding gap that school officials say they've been contending with since the pandemic. And other bills like the school voucher plan could pull more money away from public education, according to advocates. So what's next for the plan? According to AISD, there's still time to make revisions to the plan. The board says they're hoping to hear and implement more community feedback. After public hearing, the board is planning on voting on a final decision on June 26th. They have until June 30th to submit their plans to the TEA. We'll be following this decision as it unfolds.